In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to diagnose your birds using their droppings. We have several ways of diagnosing a sick bird, from their posture, that is, are they active or weak, from the configuration of their feather, whether the feather is still lying smoothly along their skin, um, from their feed intake, that is if there is a reduction in feed intake, okay. And lastly, which is the most important, is from their droppings, okay. That is the texture, the nature of the droppings, the smell of the droppings. This is far the most easiest way to diagnose a bird, okay. But this is done wrongly by most farmers. I myself have made a lot of mistakes diagnosing wrongly from these birds droppings, and it has cost me a lot on antibiotics. So this video will help you to differentiate between the normal poop and the abnormal poop, that is the normal droppings and the abnormal droppings, so that you not just rush to the medicine store and start getting drugs for your birds when everything is actually fine. I made a lot of mistakes diagnosing their poops wrongly, and it has made me overstuff my birds with antibiotics, and I will not want you to do the same. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to diagnose a bird from their droppings. This is Global Farms. I'm Oche Inalibu Leonard, and I am your host. Okay, I'm an engineer that is passionate about farming. I work and I also have a poultry farm, okay, and I run my poultry farm even when I'm not in the location. I've done it before personally, but right now I'm not in my location, I'm somewhere else, and my farm is running smoothly. Okay, in today's video I will be talking about chicken dropping, okay. I've had issues with chicken droppings in my farm before, okay. I used to think that once I have a watery dropping in the farm, I need to give them drugs immediately. It's a sign that something is wrong, right? But this is not true. You see those yellowish droppings, those watering droppings, some of them are completely fine. But if you don't know this, you'll be running up and down trying to get antibiotics for them, okay. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you some pools that are normal and some droppings that are abnormal, okay. If you don't know this, I tell you, you spend a lot of money on antibiotics. Then apart from the money you are spending on antibiotics, you are actually stuffing your beds with too much antibiotics, which is not good. It is not healthy. I think most countries regulate about the use of antibiotics in poultry beds, okay. So you need to know which droppings is actually good and which droppings is actually bad. We'll be going to a slide here where I will show you the droppings that are good and the droppings that are bad. But I will leave a disclaimer here. I studied most of these droppings online. When I became so worried, I had to do a research personally on my own, and what I'm going to show you today is from my personal study, and it's from what I've tried on my farm, and it has worked for me. I am not giving you 100% assurance that it will work for you. So that's my disclaimer here. I studied online. I got to know about these abnormal droppings and the normal droppings, and I used them on my farm, and it has saved me a lot of money from buying antibiotics and stuffing my birds with too much antibiotics. Now some days my birds drink only water without antibiotics inside or any other additives. So you can watch the video and learn from it, okay. So without further wasting of your time, let's go to the slide. Okay guys, as I'm going to look for my slide to share with you, so what you have to do for me is to subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and also hit that notification button so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to get it. And also please don't forget to comment. My videos are always interactive. Leave a comment and I'll get back to you immediately, okay. So thank you, and without further ado, let me share the screen with you now. Okay, hello guys, this is my screen that I'm sharing with you. Okay, I made this slide for you, so in case you're interested in this slide, you can check the description below this video, and you can have a copy of this slide. Okay, I made it just for anybody that is interested. Okay, so we'll go to the slide. Okay, this is a brief introduction. I've already made an introduction before, so we'll skip this. But don't forget my disclaimer, okay? My disclaimer here, don't forget. All right. So whatever will be shared here was from my personal research on the internet, and I have applied it to my poultry farm and have seen drastic improvement. And that is why I am sharing this to help you increase the yield of your poultry business while cutting down unnecessary costs incurred from excess antibiotics. All right. So before we start, I think it's better you understand the digestive system of a bird. It's going to help you. And there is a particular type of droppings that people think are abnormal, but they are quite normal. So understanding these droppings, understanding this digestive system is going to help you know why the droppings are like that. Okay, so we'll be taking a look at the digestive system. We'll be doing it brief. All right, so that you not get boring. So we'll take a journey, we'll look at how the food journeys down the chicken's digestive tract. So this is the chicken's digestive tract. Okay. So from here, the fowl eats, right? It takes its food. Then the food comes down the esophagus into the crop. It is stored here temporarily, and it moves to the proventriculus, which is the stomach. Here it begins to mix with enzymes, the digestive enzymes from the uh, proventriculus, that is this area. Then from here it goes to the gizzard. The gizzard here is it's where the food is being grounded. Okay, you know the birds don't have teeth, so the gizzard helps them to break down their food. The gizzard here contains some tiny stones which the bird swallows. So in the gizzard here, it breaks down the food into tiny bits that could be absorbed into the body. Okay, then from here it goes to the intestine. Okay, forget about the reaction with the pancreas juice and things like that. Okay, that's not our aim here. It goes to the intestine, through the small intestine, and continues like that down to the ceca. Okay, now this ceca, one of it is called a cecum. Both of them are ceca. Okay, this ceca has a very important function in the nature of the droppings of the birds. Okay, this ceca. Then from the ceca, it goes into the large intestine, then into the cloaca and comes out. Okay, now this ceca, the food that comes from the small intestine, before it gets into the large intestine, the ceca's function is to, among many other functions, is to absorb excess water from the food that is coming from the small intestine. Okay, it absorbs excess water. Then also some of the food particles that is not completely broken down is also goes into the ceca. Okay, in this ceca they are fermented. They are fermented in the ceca and comes out through the large intestine. Okay, now it leaves the large intestine and comes to the cloaca. Now birds do not urinate. Okay, what they produce is called urate. It's a whitish matter. So when the feces come to the cloaca, it mixes with the urate from here before it comes out of the bird's anus, right? Okay, so this is just a brief explanation of what I just did. So let's not waste time here. Okay, so in this section 2 now, I'm going to be showing you normal droppings and abnormal droppings. Okay, remember what I told you about the ceca. It absorbs water and some food particles that is not completely digested. It absorbs them into the ceca. It stays there for some time, then it also goes out through the large intestine. After storing there for some time, it empties itself and goes out. Okay, so we'll talk about that later. So we have a wide range of droppings that are normal, and I tell you, this is going to amaze you. You are going to be surprised because those droppings that you think were an issue after seeing the pictures here, you know that those droppings are completely normal. Okay, so viewers discretion. If you are not used to seeing chicken poop and you are easily irritated by chicken poop, then please you'll find it difficult to watch this video. And also, if you're easily irritated and you think after seeing such videos you'll not be able to eat, I beg you, go and eat first. Okay, so let's move to the pictures right now. Okay, so these droppings, normally any farmer that sees this dropping will know that it's a normal dropping, right? This is a normal dropping. You can see this is the whitish urate on it, right? This is grayish. This is kind of greenish and brown. Then this is the urate. You can see this one now is a bird that eats much of grass. You can see the greenish matter, and you can see some grasses still in the poop. Okay, so this is completely normal. This is a completely normal poop. Every farmer would love to see this. Would love to see this in their farm, on their farm. Okay, so we'll move to the next slide, which is also normal but kind of trickish. Okay, so this is also a normal dropping. But initially, I used to worry about such droppings, but now I've come to know that this is a normal dropping. Such droppings is just the intestinal wall that are being shed. You can see that the matters are not really blood. They look reddish, but they are not blood. Initially, once I see them, I think maybe they are infected with coccidiosis, but you can see that it's not actually blood. Okay, so look at the pictures well. All right, I'm going to leave a link for you to download this in the description if you need this. Okay, so this is actually normal. If you see this in your farm, don't be worried. It is normal. Okay, now if you have a broody chick is the chicken that is covering its egg, right? A chicken that is covering its egg by itself. You will find this kind of poop. It used to be very big, and you'll be surprised if this can come out of one chicken. Okay, so these are broody poop. Some are watery, some are greenish, some are brown and big, and they are usually very smelly. Okay, so the next type of poop is this. Now you can see poop on your farm that is foamy and oily, right? And you think it is wrong. It is not wrong. So if you see this kind of poop, it's completely normal. Okay, so such droppings are completely normal. In case you see such droppings, no cause for alarm. Okay, you can see the white urate, you can see. So these poop are completely normal. Okay, then this is where the problem starts coming from. When you see such watery and yellowish poo, you begin to get worried. Okay, but these poop are actually normal. You know the seca I told you about? Okay, I told you the seca absorbs the water from the fecal matter. That is the feces that is coming into the large intestine. So the second absorbs the water. It stores it there. Some of the food that are not broken down completely is also sucked by the seca and stores there. And in that place, it ferments. And the seca empties itself after some time. So in a day, you can come to your farm and you see such poo. At this point, just know that the bird that poo, this kind of poo is trying to empty its seca. Okay, so it's not a cause for alarm. It's a normal poo. It's just the seca that is emptying its content, and it happens about 8 to 10 times in a day. So this on your farm is completely normal. You understand? So this yellowish brown dark mustard poo is not what you should rush to start giving your pets antibiotics. This is completely normal. Okay, so you can see more of these pictures in the document. I'll leave a link for you below. Okay, now guys, before I continue, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification icon so that you'll be the first to get our videos coming from this channel. Okay, now this is another type of trickish dropping. Okay, watery droppings. When your beds are droppings are watery, it is also not a cause for alarm. Okay, sometimes if the weather is hot, the birds take to tends to take more water than feed, right? This is a way of helping them to cool down. So they take more water than feed, and you can have such a poo when the weather is hot, okay? You can see this one have some particles of normal poop inside, while this one, most of it are urates, you can see. So this is normal, okay? You don't need to worry immediately. You don't need to worry immediately. You need to still watch for some time to see if it continues, okay? So you don't need to worry immediately. Most times, after some time, maybe in the evening when the weather cools off, you will not see this kind of poo any longer. Then this is another normal droppings. And most times this dropping comes early in the morning, okay? In the morning when you come to your poop, it happens overnight. It's just that the intestinal wall of the birds are being shaded away. So you can see it's normal. This is not a completely bloody type like that, as we see in coccidiosis, okay? So this is also a normal poop. Okay, so the next section we are going to now are the abnormal poops, okay? Now, for the normal poops that I have shared with you before, normally when you see such poops, it is not continuous, right? You see it happens maybe if you observe, if you're able to observe a particular bird that is pooing this, you see that after the bird poo this kind of poo once, maybe after like 2 or 3 hours, if you come back again to observe that bird, you will not see this kind of poop any longer. Okay, yeah. So let's go to the abnormal poop. These are the kind of poop that needs urgent attention. If you see this kind of poop in your farm, then you need to rush for to get drugs for them, or you get your vet. Okay. Now, this is poop from coccidiosis, right? You can see this is pure blood. It's not like the other matters that we saw in the other poop. This is pure blood, okay? So this kind of poop is produced by bird that's having coccidiosis. You can see. Then I talked about watery poo, right? Now I said, if the watery poo continues, then you should call your doctor, your vet, right? You should call your vet for your pet. Now the watery poop is supposed to stop maybe after some hours, maybe after the temperature has cooled down. But if it still continues, the temperature is down and it's still pooing watery poo, then it's an infection. Then you need to get your vet immediately, or you need to go and get drug for the birds. Then if you see complete whitish poo, all whitish like this, then you know it's an infection, a bacterial infection. You need to get an antibiotics. Then when you see a foamy pool, you can see the difference between this foamy pool and the one we saw from the Seca pool. Okay, this is very foamy. You can see this is the early stage of a worm infestation. Okay, then we have this kind of pool, which is a roundworm infestation, another roundworm infestation, and this is tapeworm infestation. So if you download this document, you can zoom it to differentiate between the tapeworm and the roundworm. This tapeworm is segmented. You can see it has different segments. So you can download and zoom to see the picture. Then this is another set of abnormal pool. You can see the whitish, the yellowish, and the greenish all mixed together, okay? This is bacterial infestation. Once you get this kind of poo on your farm, then it's better to call your vet immediately and get a drug for your birds, okay? Now you can see this is even mixed with blood. You can see the blood here. So this is the early stage of worm or coccidiosis, or some kind of bacterial infection that is eating up your bird's intestine. Okay, then this also is a sign of diarrhea. The yellowish, this bright yellow poo is a sign of diarrhea or internal parasites like coccidiosis also, but it's different from the brownish poo from the Seca poo, which is a normal poo. This is bright yellow. Okay, so this also requires attention. Okay, now as a normal rule, I will suggest, if you see this kind of poo continuously, that is the normal poo I showed you, that are yellowish and watery. If you see them continuously, that is, you were able to separate the beds, and you see it continuously, non-stop, then it needs attention. But if it stops, then you know it's just a normal poo. You should not panic. Okay. Now, this kind of poo, you can see it is watery. You can see some particles of shedding, intestinal shedding, and also the urate here. Okay, this kind of poo could be a sign of intestinal cancer or intestinal infection, something eating up the intestine. Okay, then we have the roundworms. We've talked about this before. Then we have the whitish poop, which is the early stage of worm infestation. Okay, so guys, download this document and check these pictures very well so that you'll not be deceived. Okay, so get these pictures. Now, in conclusion, what I will tell you is try to observe your beds keenly. Okay, most of these poops that are normal, that are watery, normal, yellowish, and I told you they are normal, are something that will stop after some time. Okay, so watch them. If it doesn't stop after a day or two, then maybe you need to call for medical attention. Okay, but most times, because I've observed it myself, I've tried it myself, most times after some hours, maybe in the evening time, you see that those kind of poops are gone. Okay, you know, you see them pooing normal poo. So you observe them. If they keep pooing watery poo, then later normal poo, then later watery poo, then later yellowish poo, then everything is normal. You don't need to rush to get them antibiotics. Okay? Yeah. Okay, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. So that is that for the bird poop. It has helped me a lot. I have reduced the cost of antibiotics on my farm, and I hope it's going to help you to reduce the cost of antibiotics on your farm too. And also my birds are quite healthier now. Some days I drink ordinary water and they are fine. You don't need to worry about antibiotics all the time. Okay, so if you understand this, then I think your birds will be healthier. They will not always be on antibiotics. Okay, so please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the video, don't forget there is a description, there is a link to the slide in the description below. You can go there and download it. Okay, then also leave a comment. Try to leave a comment so that it could be interactive. Okay, there are subscribers here that want to also learn from you, not only from me, and I can also learn from you too. So try to comment, let's interact. Okay, and I promise to get back at you immediately. Okay, so this is Grubber Farms. Thank you for watching this video. Peace. I'm out.